Dude, that was up.
Oh my God.
There he is! There he is! No!
It's huge. Every time he head shakes, dude, I can just go.
Oh, dude, here we go.
Oh, he just freaking flew out of the water.
Bear, 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 bear. Dude, that was up.
Oh my God.
There he is! There he is! No! No!
It's huge. Every time he head shakes, dude, I can just go.
Oh, dude, here we go.
Oh, he just freaking flew out of the water.
Well, I messaged him a while back. I was like, dude, you guys getting anywhere?
So good, we had to play it twice.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Addicted Fishing YouTube live session. We got tons and tons to talk about. Some spring Chinook extension stuff, Addicted Alaska too. I am here. I'm just eating fried chicken. Marlon's eating some fried chicken in the background. But first things first, since I know we were late to the party tonight, guys, we had to get some dudes in here. We're going to start off with a good giveaway. We're going to give away a pair of these Gerber Salt RX?
Yep.
Salt RX scissors. It's like the best pair of scissors in the world, just got better with the Salt RX. So
100%.
I don't even know. Aren't these like $50? I mean, they're
retails. Yeah, I don't know what they are.
yeah, they're an extremely expensive pair of scissors.
Gerber's website, you can get them on Amazon. They're all over.
Yeah. So either way, we're giving away a pair. I want you guys to please share this link to this live feed out. Do us a favor, guys. Once we get up to 140 viewers, we'll give it away. Sound good? So you guys need to do this for us, okay?
Get it out there.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. We're going to recap some Springer fishing. For those of you guys tuning in and all that good stuff, we're going to be talking spring Chinook. We're going to wrap plugs 3 different ways. We're going to talk a little bit about electronics because I spent the last couple weeks
A lot of it.
last couple of weeks taking pictures of the fish that I killed on my finder. So it's a super cool feature on the Humminbird. So I want to show you guys that tonight. Got those pictures.
I spent the last 3 weeks not marking anything, so that was cool.
Well, don't mention that. But anyways, yeah, so we got that to talk about too. And, of course, the Spring Chinook Columbia River Extension just got announced for you guys. It will be Saturday and Sunday, and we got some of the ins and outs on that. But first things first, guys, we need to get that viewership up. So share out this pair of scissors, guys. These are the best scissors in the world, but now with the Salt RX, they're corrosion resistant for saltwater. There will be multiple pairs of these hanging out in my boat.
And my boat.
And Nick's boat. Nick, introduce yourself. Let's talk. Let's do a little Springer recap. Did you Springer fish today?
I did not.
What? It's the last day of the season.
I know. I had a hard time putting people in my boat just because they were regular clients of mine. Fishing's been tough. The water turbidity was way up, and I just decided it was probably better to take a day off. So
it's so sad.
It is sad.
I mean, usually like those last.
I've seen a bunch of fish caught today.
I know there was fish
fish
today.
caught.
And
There's fish caught every day.
yeah, I mean there is opportunity out there, and that's one thing that's for sure. We have opportunity every day, but I don't know. I could use a day off. Let's be honest.
Well, this whole season's been funny because like guys that post a lot. I didn't post any pictures. I was booked full. I didn't give a rip what you guys all thought if I caught one fish or no fish. I didn't give a rip. But I'll tell you what, like there were a lot of guys that were catching some fish one day and then not the next, and then catching fish the next day and not the next. I think everybody kind of fell into that a little bit. It was very inconsistent fishing.
Super inconsistent.
We had some good days.
Yeah, there was
just
some good
before
days.
the water came up. Whoops.
Yellow.
Phone's on. I'll turn that off for you guys.
Yeah, before the water came up, it was actually starting to get good. I mean, consistent, I should say, more than, fishing for one bite. It was slowly climbing, and I felt like there was started marking more fish, seeing more fish. And even on the day the first day it rose, I mean, I saw a pretty decent bite for what the season's been, and just Springer fishing for you, man. Up one day and down the next. So here we go.
Tough season. So, but we did get an extension, and it sounds like sounds like that meeting went about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because there was a lot of pushback on extension. I think the bottom line was, the sport quota for the Lower Columbia was something like 3,300 fish. And I believe we got somewhere around 1,100 to 1,400 caught. I can't remember where the numbers rolled up just because they had some stuff. Data still coming in. Everyone fished today, but that's kind of where they thought some of the numbers were going to roll up. So there was a little apprehension on the Washington side on giving some attention. Our new Washington director, I think, is not as willing to pull the trigger. And I understand being conservative.
Yeah.
We're afraid that this run may not materialize like the way it should.
Yeah, but I think that it's hard to give an extension when you don't have fish passage. So you're kind of like you're seeing nothing really go over the dam. But then I seen a thing that Kevin Gray posted about the last 3 years and kind of the trends, and we're right on pace for the last 2 years. These fish have been coming back later and later. So, and I think that the Fish and Wildlife was projecting, from what I've understood, is kind of a later trend run anyways. So they were kind of expecting it to be a little later than normal.
Well, that might be just a good sign in general because, we had that big cold front that kind of swept through us in March, and I know some of our steelhead runs have been showing up really late from some of the work I've been doing on the Washington side, and we're still catching sea lice steelhead last week.
Same in my neck of the woods.
So I think things are late. I think things are coming, but but then there was some apprehension on maybe even giving us like the last week of April, first week of May.
Yeah. From
the Washington side, I said no way, no how, but honestly, like that decision's already made because if you have escapement over the dam, there's no decision. Basically, I think the sport catch for the run, let's just say the run is this big, we only get to catch fish on a run that's 70% of that. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're ready, just in case they miss that other piece, that other 30% piece. It's called the buffer. So either way, it sounds like, you guys are going to go fishing Saturday, Sunday, and we're going to be talking about high water technique stuff and all that good. We're going to talk about a lot of plug fishing. I got some back trolling or some jet diver and bait setups that I like to run. So, we're going to be talking about that. But if you guys have any questions, don't forget to like the super chat. We will answer the super chat questions and all that good stuff. I think Marlon wants to step in here for an update on Addicted Life. You guys, we're halfway there. Let's go. We're halfway there.
Share it out. Trust me, you want a pair of these
scissors. We'll do this on Facebook Live tonight too, guys. Share it out. We got lots of good stuff to talk about. Let's see here. I'm going to roll through some questions, and then Marlon's going to give us an Addicted Alaska 2 update, and then we're going to wrap some plugs and talk some springers. So let's see here. Pushing in. Oh, yeah.
I saw a question.
What's up, Dakota? Yep. Yep, Corey, I'm glad you got your prize. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Share that link out, guys. Share that link out.
How many do we got? How many people?
I think we're like 70 plus right now. Oh, it's down a little bit, but we're halfway there. I said 140.
I know sometimes you guys get confused on how it's like. I feel like the same way. Like sometimes it's just harder to share things on YouTube than it is like Facebook and all the other platforms. But the way I do it is just text message it to my buddies because you hit that little message button and then you can send it to like 3 or 4 of your friends that you know would really want to be here tuning in talking salmon
I think
fishing.
doesn't it pull up your friends list that have YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you can kind of just
There you
select
go.
on that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's weird because typically we've been getting a lot more people on Wednesdays. I don't know what's going on, why they're not tuning in tonight, but at least all you guys are here with us.
And we appreciate that.
Quickly, I wanted to talk about Addicted Alaska. We finally launched a date for the movie Addicted Alaska 2. I was like trying to find a date, and then I found a date, and then people hated the date, so then I relaunched the date. So we finally landed on May 31st in Portland, Oregon. And you guys have already come out and bought a bunch of tickets. We've sold, I don't even know at this point, but there's 400 seats, and we want to fill all 400 of them. So go to our website, addicted.fishing. It's in Portland, Oregon, May 31st. And this isn't just like you pay $20 and you come and sit and watch a movie. Like, this is going to be a blast. There's giveaways. There's going to be Kong coolers that we're giving away, Okuma rods. It's going to be a party. There's food. There's drinks.
A lot of industry people there.
Yep,
too.
there'll be
to talk to, and
exactly.
hang out with.
There'll be a ton of people
Do they
from
have
the
beer
industry. There is beer there.
There's beer there, just like last time.
There is
It was fun.
alcohol there, so
Yeah.
they'll be cheering and clapping. It won't be like you're just sitting there quiet. It's a really, really good time, and I hope
It's a premiere.
all you guys can come and make it there. It's going to be a blast. I also wanted to
Alberta
mention...
Rose in Portland is the venue, Jeremy Breeze. Sorry.
Yes, Alberta Rose in Portland. One thing I wanted to mention, because I don't know if enough people have seen it yet, but I actually did a family admission feature. And the reason I did that is because I want you to bring your kids. I want all your little ones to come see this. So if you buy 2 tickets, you get 2 for free for kids under 12. So if you have kids under 12 and you buy 2 tickets,
That'd be awesome.
your 2 kids under 12 can come for free. And that's an option on the website if you just look at family admission, and it tells you all the details in there about how to purchase. So
That's a pretty cool deal.
everyone that has purchased, thanks so much. But if you want to bring your kids under 12, let's get them. Let's get all these kids there coming too, because this will be a family event for sure.
Lots of prizes, lots of giveaways.
Clint, roll the trailer again. Let's get people excited about this damn thing.
All right, share this out. Share this link out, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do some Springer talk, high water plug fishing, and then I got some electronics pictures to show you guys.
So this is
You
the
don't wanna
official
miss.
trailer right here.
Bear, 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 bear.
Dude, that was...
Oh my god.
There he is! There he is! No! No!
It's huge. Every time he head shakes, dude, I can just...
Oh, dude, here we go!
Oh, he just freaking flew out of the water.
Okay, guys. So thanks. I know some of you guys said you've already seen it twice, but there was only like 80 of you guys tuned in. So we're gonna keep playing that because we want you guys to come. This is a super awesome movie. It's a super fun time.
And I don't know about you, but just myself, I've gone on there and already watched it like 60 times.
So out of the 4,000 views, remember it's 1,000, Marlon.
Yeah, 1,000 of the views are me just watching it on repeat.
Just loop feed it all day long.
Yeah. Seriously though, guys, please come to this movie, Addicted Alaska, May 31st. The tickets are on our website. Go check them out. That's all we got to say about that.
You won't be pissed.
And now I see we got 100 people. There's 100 of you watching right now.
There.
If you guys want an opportunity to win a pair of these Gerber Salt RX fishing scissors, which in my opinion, and I think anyone that uses them, are the best scissors on the planet. And I've heard people say like, oh, well, what makes it so good? And it's just like, dude, it's hard to even describe. You just got to use these freaking scissors.
They work so good.
They will change your life. You don't understand.
Everyone that's used them on my boat went and bought a pair.
Yeah, well, here's the deal.
Dude on my
So
boat.
I'll tell you why they're so good. I've used so many pairs of scissors over the years. I probably bought 100 pairs of the like $8-9 ones. And every time they rust, they break, they bend, it's just, they're terrible. I've had the same pair of scissors now almost, I don't know, all steelhead season and the Springer season, and they're incredible. So I highly recommend them. You will not be mad using these.
Exactly. So if you want to win a pair of these, we're trying to get this live feed up over 140 people. You guys got to help us do it, though. The only way these things kind of get out to the world is if you help us share them. So share this out there, please, to your family and friends. Text message to your buddies. We're going to be talking plugs tonight. All things plugs, high water tactics. Talking about salmon fishing.
Right? Spanking.
Right now.
Look at that. He's all geared up.
There's a question.
Question. What's the question? Let's hear it. I'm good.
How long is the movie?
Hour and a half.
Yes, Edward, the movie is going to be about an hour and a half. So as of right now, the doors are going to open at about 6:30 for you to come in, get food, hang out, party, talk to people. The movie will start at 7:30, and then right after, immediately following the movie,
6 then, man.
immediately following the movie, we'll have like giveaways and all that kind of stuff for you guys. So it'll be a good time.
Yes,
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
They cut braid, absolutely cut braid.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure they would cut wire. Like
They
I
are the
think
most
they
sturdy
would.
scissors
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about braid. Like, these scissors will cut slack braid. Like,
Slack
some
braid.
braid that's
Limp
not.
braid.
Grab me some braid. We'll do a little.
Big spool on that up top end on the boat on the wall. Right behind you.
Hey, did you bring my can opener?
I did not.
Jerk.
I can use my Gerber knife though. And
See those hands?
It
Hands
was
right there.
somewhere. Where'd that can of tuna go?
Where are we at?
Just had it. Oh, here it is.
how many viewers we got?
I don't know. I'm looking.
109. Come on, guys and gals. Let's share this out there.
31
Text message
people,
to your
let's go.
friends.
Do we want to do this, or do we want to show some electronic pictures first?
What do they want to see?
Yeah, what do you guys want to see?
You guys want to
wanna-
see us wrap plugs, or do you want to see me go through, like, I literally have pictures of fish that I figured out how to do the screenshot on my Finder, and I have pictures of fish
Or-
that I killed.
Do you want to show,
Like, literally
me to show you
Thank you, Sal. We
how
appreciate it, buddy.
strong these Gerber knives are?
Oh, gosh. We're dead.
Oh my god.
We're dead. Oh, that just sound. That
Oh, he's
sound.
poking a hole through the bottom. It's going to leak all over the table. I do it on my boat every day. Because I'm not smart enough to get a can.
Let's see, what do you guys want to do?
Boom.
Does Gerber
We're
make a
gonna
can opener?
wrap prawns. We're gonna wrap tuna. We're gonna wrap fish, and then we are going to show some electronics.
I'm gonna tell you what, this bumblebee tuna,
Told you, bro. You
it
poked a hole
ain't
in the
tuna.
bottom.
Like it's like something else, like
Look,
ground up cat or something.
Put something under that.
Oh, I did poke a hole in it.
I told you.
Pop-off ain't lying up in this BS.
I do it every day in my boat, dude. I know.
Go to the side
Like,
camera.
where'd all the
Bo.
juice go?
Lots of people are saying they want to see the pics of the fish.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Here, go to my side camera real quick for the scissor demonstration. You guys see that's loose 50-pound XTCV braid, which is an 8-carrier super
Why
strong.
is that so
rig.
bright right there?
Just cuts it. Look at that. I'm doing 4 strands at a time. Just instant. Like, no tension on it. Just cutting tag end.
And so they make those.
Do it wet too.
Yeah, and so they make the freshwater version. What the blue ones are, guys, is they're just for saltwater corrosion. So if you're in the salt a lot, make sure you purchase the blue ones. And you can get these, I think, on Gerber's website or on Amazon, or there's a lot of retailers locally. I think Bob's has them in Longview, Fisherman, Sportsman's. I'm not sure who all has them, but Someone could have them for free if you guys would get this thing up over 140. What do we got?
Boom.
110.
We'll get there when we're done with the picture talk.
Yep.
So let's talk some finder picks, guys. So real quick, I've had my Humminbird electronics since about September last year. What's up?
Brandon, thanks so much, dude. Thank you so
Brandon.
much for the super chat.
Brad's plugs coming out.
Shh. We'll tell you guys later.
How did he know? I don't know. We'll figure that out. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. That is the true answer. We don't know. Anyways, so thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, let's throw up a picture. Throw up that first one we got. So real fast, guys. Yeah, eat it. So one thing I figured out with the finder is that we can show some of these shots, and a lot of guys that want to talk about like seeing lines on.
Get his mark.
Wait, what? Numbers. You can't get numbers off that, bud. Nice try. So a lot of the guys there, what you're seeing right there in this picture is that line that's just above the bottom. Can they see your cursor, Clint?
No,
Okay.
but good question. Let me work on that.
No worries, but see, that's a line trolling up off the bottom. Show me the next picture, because I want to show pictures of fish that died. Let's see here. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I've seen a lot of guys talking about marks and stuff that they're seeing on the finders and that they're trolling along and not marking fish or marking fish. So let me talk about this screen a little bit. The left side of your screen is my sonar. And right there, that is a springer at the bottom sitting about a foot, maybe a foot or two off the bottom. That one actually bit at that moment that he was sitting there on the screen, and I killed that fish. Poor, poor, sad little fish. There on the down scan too, there's a little blip on the down scan, but I didn't get him that much on that, which is the top right. It's a different frequency, and what that down scan is able to do is kind of determine like what kind of, it's a different frequency that you can see more detail in like the hardness of your bottom, whether it's rock, sand, trees, limbs, cars, boats, tires. But obviously we're fishing on sand flats there, so you're not going to see much there. And then the bottom right part of the screen, that is my boat traveling along, and that's with the bottom contouring feature on there. So as I'm driving along and as I troll through these areas, that map, that contour map is printed and colored as I'm driving over it. So if things change or anything like that, you're able to see that, and you can see where the humps start and where those fish, sometimes those fish are buried down in those humps that are kind of to the right of my boat, and sometimes they're just kind of right on the edge of them. Super important to pay attention to. So that's probably the most important feature of that finder that you can see. But you can see, what's that?
That feature allows you to, what I think what Cameron was trying to say is that feature allows you real-time footage, basically. So you're creating your own map and correct?
Oh, yeah. No,
So-
that is
like,
your map.
use Astoria, for example, when, we get all this sand moving from these floods and you'll go out there and things change and things fill in. This will give you a live update, record it, and store it to your unit so you can use that for real-time data instead of just going off a map that was, made previously.
Curtis Younger. I wonder where that pick was from.
Yeah.
I-
Updated every 4 or 5 years.
And then so you're making
Show
your
that.
own map essentially, which is incredible. And a lot of the new units have this feature, that direct
You need
feature.
to tell me how to turn that on mine.
I will tell you how to turn it on. And Chris Younger, and you could probably guess where that's from, considering the fact that basically all the areas that I usually fish were closed down this year. So,
Yeah.
moving on. Let's see a couple other fish that died. Oh, look at that.
That's
He
a dead
died.
one.
That one was under the boat, and that one I was running around screaming. That was the one.
I think I was on the
That was
phone
the
with
one.
you.
No. Yeah, that was the one that was right under the boat, and it actually bit one of the back rods and missed, and I'm like, oh no, there he is! And then it pinned the next one. So, yeah, pretty fun. You can see I was kind of going on the humps. That's a little lower in that troll, Chris. That's probably where below the plunkers, if you get my drift.
Catwalking in the wind out with your boat direction.
I probably was. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, go to the next one. Let's see here. Oh, that's
more of your.
a
traditional-
slinchy bite there. Killed that one.
That's more of your traditional mark, isn't
Yep.
it? Because you're moving at a higher rate of speed, it elongates the mark. The slower you move, the larger the mark will be, and the more red and defined the mark will be. So when you're trolling fast, like a downhill troll, you're gonna see these marks elongate like that.
But be really archy, short,
Yeah.
Thin on the end.
Exactly. Yep. And the slower you go, they'll get shorter, fatter, stubbier, almost rounder on a lot of the units. So
One thing I want to say is I see a good comment on here from Brad Daly. Use fish reveal on your down image. It's weird. Sometimes I mark them heavy on the down, and sometimes I don't. I don't. Like I said, these are new electronics to me. Like I said, I've had these since September, so this was the first season. I really got to delve into this out on the Columbia. I'm going to research that a little bit.
Use fish reveal on your down.
But I do get, and I've got some pictures from kokanee fishing today that will show you some downscan. Keep going. Let's see another one here real quick. I got some good ones. That one died. You can just scroll through.
You got any with the flasher in it?
No.
Yeah, the first one.
Well,
the first one, I
not
just
with the fish.
not with the fish. There.
Normally,
Yeah,
that's when
the
your
flasher.
boat is crabbed one direction.
Right.
Your bow rod tucks under your.
And sometimes if
transducer.
I'm not fishing a full 6, I don't
there's-
have a bow rod.
There's something
That's
in
kind
Yep,
of looks
tho-
like
yeah, so-
flash-ish.
Yeah, you can see the lines to the left of the fish there. Yeah, that one died.
there.
Usually the one on the bottom
you're
is
too
your-
deep. That's why.
Usually you'll show 2 lines on your unit. One will be your lead, and the top one will be your flasher.
Yep.
So it's creating just.
And when you're
bubbles in the water.
360 and it goes up and down,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like the flasher
Yeah.
rolls.
Uh-huh.
Go
No,
to
I'm
the
just
next
saying,
one here.
You're a little deeper, so it's probably behind your.
Yes, back behind the transducer. Yeah.
So, but what I'm trying to show is I've seen a lot of pictures of finders lately.
I know.
I've seen a lot of them, and oh my God, there's a 50 million fish in here. Keep in mind, like 3 of these photos came from a day that we hooked 9.
Yeah.
Like you don't, and just because I'm not marking them doesn't mean that I'm not killing them or catching them. And the shallower the water you are, the harder it is to see them. But a lot of times, though, when I saw those marks, I
Yep.
got them. Like
Yeah,
I'd
when
say
you-
80% of the time. Go to the next, Clint. Go to the next one for me because I want to get into that.
So wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you scrolling back in the history to show that mark?
Some of
to
them.
Take a picture,
What-
and that's why it's not in the down scan.
That yes, and some of these I have done that because we hook a fish, and obviously the last thing I'm worried about is
Right.
get
I
a
just wanna make sure
But
that's
then
clear,
it's like,
so-
yeah.
So like when people know.
Hey, this bottom picture over here is that showing what you're marking and those paths in the color?
Wait, one more time. So no, that's the bottom contouring. So it's mapping. So
It's
all those
mapping it, but if you haven't went over it, it leaves it blank, right?
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's
okay.
only real
It's
time
basically
mapping.
paintbrushing it on.
Yes.
Exactly.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
And it's color coded per depth, so you could. Set
And I'm
your
telling you
depth
what, out of all the
That's
tools,
insane.
out of all the tools I've used for springer fishing, and like I said, that is the most important. Well, yeah.
Yes.
It already is. Yeah.
Especially for that opener coming
This
up.
one was kind of neat because I saw that bump on the bottom, and I knew it was a fish. There was a little bit of separation there, but that one actually bit it in my hand, like while I was watching that screen right at that moment. So I was like, yeah. I literally saw that blip come. I picked up the rod and I kind of tapped on the bottom, and I'm like, I wonder if that's that's a fish. Yeah. Go to the next one here, bud. Okay, so now I was up kokanee fishing today. Actually, I never caught that fish. I don't know what that was.
That's awfully
That's
big.
kind of
mark.
awfully big mark. He was sitting underneath.
You
Go
were-
to the next. I got some kokanee schools.
Down at 45 feet. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was going pretty slow. I mean,
Those are kokanee schools right there, and those are getting pushed down.
Oh my
by-
God! Look at
Those
all
are
the
getting-
down scan.
And
That's
see,
so
those are getting-
crazy.
I'm catching fish shallower, but those are getting pushed down.
It looks like
From the boat.
infrared.
Yeah.
isn't that cool?
Keep going. I got some other good ones there. And I can brighten those up. I should have brightened those up for you guys, but yeah, you can see those are fish marks. I just wanted to show fish marks today.
Look at that. That's crazy. It's picking up. You're only marking a few fish on it, but your
On the
down
sonar.
imaging is just.
Now, see, the
pulling
down
all
imaging, I
info.
think, pulls from side imaging
It is.
too.
Yeah.
So, like, you might not see something on the sonar where you see it on the down scan. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But those are some cool fish marks. Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah.
And I'll
Anyways,
tell you, once you get your electronics dialed in and figured out, it's just a game changer on your success. And I can't tell you how many times I see that mark. I pick up my back rod that's under my transducer, bounce it, and it just eats it in my hand, just like you were talking about. It's a lot of people. You know, I never take my eyes off of that. I'm watching my bow
Same
rod
with
for
me.
my line angles, and I'm watching my screen. And I feel like it's, you know, a little redundant, but God, it pays off so much, you know. And if you get 1 or 2 more bites throughout the day off of paying attention to something like that, it transitions to you guys being more successful.
The worst is when you watch it all day and you see like some really solid marks throughout the day and you
Don't
can't
catch
get them to
you
go.
gotta change your game, bud. You gotta change your game.
Oh man.
Now, one thing cool about that feature is now that I know how to do that, like I'm gonna do that a lot more as we go
Yeah.
kokanee
Yeah.
fishing, ocean fishing. Oh
So
man,
sick.
That's gonna be so
it's gonna
cool
be
to
net
coho.
buoy 10, coho.
All
Yeah.
of it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So either way, I thought that was kind of cool. I wanted to share that with you guys. That's the Humminbird Solix. Good stuff.
Very cool.
126 of you guys watching. We are only 14 people away from giving away these Gerber Salt RX scissors. So if you guys want a chance to win these, let's get this viewership up. Share it out there. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Hide your kids and wives.
Make a fake.
I don't know if that works in that, but
Make a fake.
No, that doesn't work. Tell your kids and wives to come watch as well. Come on, let's get 100. Let's get 140 in here, and we're gonna random select one of you from the comments to win these scissors.
but are you gonna do any trolling this weekend?
I am. Yes.
Think you're gonna be able to troll? I guess we got some one of those tides a little later on.
Yeah.
Some more afternooner.
Yeah, it's gonna be afternoon outgo versus first thing in the morning. So it'll probably be.
No, probably afternoon slacks.
10, 11. Because it was 10, 11.
Trolling
high
for springers
tide.
this weekend.
You haven't talked about it, have you?
No, I was asking.
Just asking. Yeah, I am gonna.
What are you
try.
talking
Where
about?
have you been?
I think you were sleeping.
Are you
Started
confused?
frugally.
What's going on?
I don't think you talked about the extension yet. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, I
No,
did.
I said Saturday and Sunday,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Who's all springer fishing the Columbia
Oh my
Saturday,
gosh.
I
Sunday?
was taking a
Tell
nap.
us yes or no. If you guys are getting out after that.
Gonna be sitting at?
It's going to be dropping. It's going to plateau like tonight.
Yeah.
And
So
drop to 10.
Maybe. That's what the gauge says. I don't freaking know.
I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I would
it's the
just
weather.
plan on.
We've
High
shot
water
fish up in
tactics.
10 feet
Yeah.
before.
I'll be trolling.
Yep.
Covering ground.
Yep. In tight. See what I can find.
Yeah.
Plunking.
Plunking.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
anchor and plunk off the back of my boat.
That might be a
I'm gonna
move.
plunk off my moorage.
Nope, I'm going. Get out of there, Ben.
It's going to be rapid, huh? Well, anyways, guys, so yeah, like I said, who's going to be out there Columbia fishing?
No.
Yes.
Oh, there's a yes.
go.
I see you have.
Thought it was
26,000
closed. Jake Keller, they
subscribers.
just announced an hour ago that it will be open Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th. All the original rules, the below Warrior Rock closure still apply. One fish has to be clipped, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much it's the same season except for on Saturday and
Whoa.
Sunday. Just about got attacked by a moth.
That was a
so
fly.
Saturday, Sunday, it is open. You can take that to the bank. 2 days. Saturday, Sunday, meeting next Tuesday to see where they're at.
But guess what? You can't catch them on your couch. So go
That's
out and
right.
fish.
Is it supposed to be raining or sunny this weekend?
That doesn't matter, Marlon.
No, it does matter tomorrow because he won't go.
No, that's my.
He'll mail maybe sugar.
Last weekend, and it really wasn't half-ass bad out there.
All I know,
There was a couple times I regretted my
But it
life.
wasn't for an hour.
Saturday was the one day we bailed.
Yeah.
yeah, I went out at I got out there at 12:30 and trolled till
Dude, it was
6.
court. Yeah, I went at late.
Yeah,
and
later it was
nice.
fine.
Dude, my last troll, I'm like, we'll make one more pass. It's like 4:45. It's already late day, and I look behind me and there's just this storm coming, and I'm like, reel them up, boys. I was gonna put them away, and then all of a sudden it started raining, and so I full speed all the way back to the dock, and I rounded the corner, and it was the worst rain I've ever been in. They were like raindrops this big, just pelting me in the face. I think Dustin Stansberry put a video up of that storm.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I was
That
going
nasty.
I couldn't even go 20 miles an hour. I was trying to. It was bad. But,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I remember so many days like that springer fishing. That just happens. The storm just rolls in before you can do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't heard about the extension yet, and I don't know about above Bonneville, Sal.
Clint, how many
got
people
some
we got?
guys kayaking, all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, 8 more people, guys.
Come on, guys and gals watching. How many ladies do we have in the house? How many ladies do we have watching this with us tonight? Say yes or no if you're a lady out there
give away
tuning in
ladies'
with us.
What's that?
Give the ladies something.
Well, I guess we won't talk about how to fish in this high water, I guess. No, it's not Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is
Saturday.
only... Oh, wait, no, he might be going to the Rogue. Cody Hildebrandt. Yeah, the Columbia is only open Saturday and Sunday. Brad Hooten, I'm wearing gloves because I'm going to wrap 3 different baits for you on plugs. Let's do the camera right now.
Oh my gosh, you guys had 137 and you just lost 5.
Oh,
Unreal.
Maybe we won't wrap plugs. I don't know.
It's worth it.
Do we want to wrap plugs?
Oh yeah, we're gonna
You
wrap.
guys want to see 3 different ways to wrap a plug real quick? Because you guys are going to be high water fishing, and I brought my back trolling rod in here. A lot of guys seem to be interested in that, but maybe not. I don't know. Not enough ladies. Fact. I mean,
131.
we need to make an addicted ladies group.
Yep.
What do you think? Are you dying over there?
Yeah.
I think we need to make an addicted ladies group.
I'd be down to do that. How many people out there think we should do that? I've that idea has been tossed around to me a few different times, and I feel like I think they would feel a little more comfortable in it.
Yep.
And we would definitely want to appeal to ladies and women and men and everyone. So
Yeah.
Might have to think about that.
Something to think about.
Someone will go make one right now.
Someone's gonna, yeah.
Well, that's a great idea, Lawrence. Frick, I'll go make one for you.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna talk about real quick is I've just got a couple selections of Brad's killer fish here, all good colors. I don't think there's really a color that doesn't work for Brad.
ladies.
Some of the oh jeez, who said that? Ban him, creeper. But real fast, guys, you know, everyone's going to be out there high water fishing. You're going to be back trolling, going to be anchor fishing. You might be doing some trolling on the slacks, but for the most part, I get just visibility. I'm thinking it might be an anchor show. You never know. But I've got 3 different plugs here, 3 different baits. A lot of guys have always asked us about, like, wrapping tuna. And believe it or not, you actually can. Here is the old – hold on a second. Where is it? There it is. The old Bumblebee Chunk Light. Oh, that oil just gets all over your hands. Let's see here. We'll start with that, guys. So what I'm going to do here is I got my plug. I've got my stretchy thread. And I'm just going to take a dab of that good, delicious smelling, super fresh tuna and add that right there to it. I'm not wrapping it, not doing anything on. You can plunk these. Yes, you absolutely can. And I'm just going to put a couple wraps just to start the process of centering it up. Now, when I get a few wraps on there, the meat's kind of fibrous. So you can actually sculpt it and shape it so it gets nice and centered, because if it gets too off balance, the plug's not going to run right. Got it? Do some wraps. Make it nice and juicy. Then I'm going to take that hook, flip it over, and give it another little dab. Just about the size of a dip, right?
Just about the size.
We don't want to encourage that. That's disgusting. All you people who do that are gross.
Ben. You don't dip tuna?
I dip tuna.
Wait. Good old-fashioned tuna dip.
Yep.
Gonna keep doing that wrap right there.
Copenhagen, you just grab the bait box, throw you in a big old
Do my
tuna
final little holding
Does
wrap.
that change anything?
No.
Take my thread. Do it 3 times.
Oh, it did.
Boom. Now, once I've got that wrap done, I can literally take my fingers and my gloves, and you can literally sculpt it to where you're going to have a nice, even though it looks kind of like crap on the camera, it actually looks pretty darn good right now.
We need to get rid of that camera, Clint.
It's just kind of shiny up top, isn't it?
That camera just sucks. Sorry, guys. We're gonna
kill both of those.
we're gonna get rid of. Actually, that
Oh,
might
right
not
there.
work.
That worked.
That might
right
have
there.
a good idea, actually.
There we go, right there. Yeah, look at that. You can see some of the loose tuna. Now, obviously, anything that's kind of loose on there, the second it hits the water is going to like flake and fall off. But that's going to be a nice, well-balanced plug. That should work really well.
I like those extras.
I will fish these about 30 to 45 minutes. The thing about tuna is it's so damn cheap. And basically,
to me, that looks smaller than what I normally do. I was just curious if you ran it any shorter amount of time than I do.
no.
See, is what I do is I'll wrap all mine like that can, and then I just once I get all the rods in, and then I just start rotating through each rod, and just kind of constantly having fresh bait on there. And I actually like that loose tuna that you were talking about. I think that's huge. I think it flakes off and it just gets.
No, I like the chunk light. I don't like the big chunky stuff.
Yeah, you get those guys that wrap those big chunks on there. They just do. Once they're out of oil, they're out of oil. This is flaking and shooting stuff at their face when they're following and stuff. And I think it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Once that
And
goes-
Oregon
That's what I'm
MLG.
hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
How many times have you hooked your hands while doing the wraps? Enough to where I don't hook my hand anymore.
It's amazing.
So we got a tuna wrap, guys. Now, one thing about the tuna, one thing that's nice about that, obviously, a little bit of that in the not the super gel. Oh, I grabbed a super gel, but what you'd want to do there is add some of the oil there. And you can add whatever scent, whatever flavor you want to that absolute Springer killing madness.
Look at this one.
You guys are annoying the hell out of me right now. Yeah, the Brad Daly, honestly, if you add the oil to it, it's definitely better than the super gel from when you add it straight to the tuna.
That's better.
But if you're not going to fish a scent, if you're not going to put any of the oil in the tuna, the super gel works just right on the back of the plug too.
Like that.
Now,
I would would suggest.
Let's talk about this little guy right here. I'm
Ooh,
gonna wrap a prawn. Look at that prawn.
that is about as pretty looking.
That is about
prawn
as good of
I've
a
seen.
prawn looking as anybody can make. Look at that thing.
Ooh.
You did a good job on these, ain't gonna lie. So, but wrapping prawns can be very effective, especially as the water gets up, or up in temperature, and it's a different flavor than what everybody else is doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the head. Ooh, look at that. You know what
Man,
that
he
means?
did those
Oh, look at that oil in there. If you guys can see that, that is the goodness, we'll call it.
Back in the jar.
I'm gonna take the piece off right there. I'm just gonna get that body piece. Where's those scissors at? Where'd those greens? Oh, got them. Now what I like to do is I'll take my scissors here and I'll just kind of remove some of the legs and just get a nice little, basically that tail meat chunk. Take a knife and, without cutting your hand off, kind of slowly split the middle down. And what that's going to allow you to do is when you push it down onto the bait, you'll end up going even on both sides. Oh, you guys can't see that. Bam.
Ooh, looks good.
I'm actually going to turn that around though. Bam. So now, got a chunk of prawn on there. That's pretty flat, pretty even. It's got all that good scent. And then I'm just going to wrap just like it would.
Look at that guy just super chatted us. He's smarter than Clint. Hey, Luke, you looking for a job? Luke, you looking to run our live feeds?
Wait, what's that?
He's super chatted us. He said, get rid of that black mat. That's what's causing it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. We'll get to...
And thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate it. Maybe
Thank you,
we
Yeah,
got
this guy gave us $5 for a super chat and gave us some multiple lines. What is Clint giving us?
a lot of
Attitude.
hard work.
Oh, okay.
A lot of hard work, love, and dedication. We all love Clint.
There we go.
Clint's catching fish now.
Prawn wrap.
Clint's becoming addicted.
He's addicted, bro.
Yep. So, there you go.
Ooh, that
And like
looks
you see,
juicy.
that will slay.
Now, do you run one? Do you put any more above the upper hook, or
You know, I just kind of do the one piece, but I kind of split around the upper hook a little
Yeah.
bit. And sometimes if I do a better job of removing the head and leaving a little tail piece, I actually get a little meat up there and I do a couple wraps in front. But that one just kind of sat right there.
And that looks really good.
Nice little millennial prawn right there. Ooh,
I need to get some of those. It smells good.
there you go. So number 2, and for those of you guys, that
Let's
wanna
try
see-
taking this away.
Okay, or you
I know.
want me to just do it on this?
Yeah, just do it on this. It ain't gonna hurt it.
Sorry, filet away. We love your fish mats though, but this
Terrible for
This guy's
lighting.
probably right. Terrible for live feed, good for filleting fish.
Terrible for lighting. That's what I heard. Thanks, Luke.
Go ahead.
How many people out there are like just are you like you have to wear gloves when you're springer fishing no matter what?
I just, dude, honestly, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do
yeah.
with scent, in my opinion. I wear them because I hate
The
my
salt.
hands after I get my herring and my salt and my all that.
That
stuff.
make it better? That made it
Yeah, but we-
substantially better.
Oh wow! Give
It's
that.
like
Does he win a prize? I don't know. We'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, he does. You
We
get
like you
Cameron's
guys. Thank
plugs
you. Cameron, no, I'll give you these 3 plugs right here. Thank you.
wrapped. They'll be in the mail tomorrow.
All right. Fillet knife, fish, sardine, herring, whatever you want. Little fillet there,
Now turn your other light
just
on.
like that.
There it is. Look at that.
Boom! Look at that. Nice little fillet. I wonder if my black gloves are blowing it out too. Now what you can
I think I
do is
like
take
it
your
better without the
scissors,
light, dude.
do a little trim up,
A little better.
do a little cut down the old middle. Just like Eric Swanson says, give it a pair of pants.
give it a pair of pants.
Sweet legs, dude.
Bro.
Are those Jinkos?
Are those Jinkos? Dude, you don't even deny it, Pop.
Oh, I rock Jinkos, dude. I think I had a pair of the spray can on the back of or something,
Got the split there that's going around the hook.
dude. There's no
Middle
shame
hook?
in my hustle, buddy.
No shame in my hustle. And then, uh-oh.
Are we on a
just had it.
scratchy
What?
head?
Right here.
There it is. Now, wrap. And like I said, what I like to do is I always like to wrap a little bit and then kind of position
flatten it out. Now, one thing I'll do too with these fillets, if I'm
Oh, shit.
What?
Are we at 142?
We just got over 140.
140. That's it. You guys can do better than that. Come on.
One of you guys out there just won yourself a lucky pair of Gerber scissors. Clint is about to randomly select someone from the comments. So thanks so much to everyone that has stayed tuned in, and you guys are helping us share this out here. Hopefully you're learning a thing or two.
That is about as pretty a damn wrap as I've ever
Yeah, I'm pretty good at wrapping plugs. I like it.
Oh, jeez.
Listen to that. Too bad I can't catch a fish on a plug, but you know.
Legend has it.
I'm going to slap both of you right now. Anyways, but one thing about these fillets, you know, if you have the time to do it the night before, I really like to fillet the fish or the sardine, the herring or the sardine, whatever I'm using, mackerel. I like to take them the night before, put a little Procure oil on them, put a little salt on them, make them nice and salty, nice and juicy, nice and tough. As you can see right there, that's about as good of a wrap as you're going to get.
Hey, what about, Kim, what about that?
I hit that. That's right.
Hey, what about that little wrap you did around the plug? Just so a lot of people probably don't know.
Oh, so what I do there is you just take. Oh darn it! I can just demonstrate it again. So to tie off the stretchy string. To tie off the stretchy string, guys. I'm just going to kind of do another couple wraps right here. It's going to be kind of dirty. But what I'll do is I just take my hand and I take my fingers like this below the plug, and then I wrap around the plug and then those two fingers like that. And I give it about 3 or 4 wraps, and then you guys probably can't see this, but there's line. Can you guys see that out there?
Yeah, I can see it.
And then I take the thread, the spool of it, and I wrap it around that like 3 times. Oh, you bugger. I'm trying to do this in the camera. It's not working so well. 3 times. And then I just pull it all, let it go, and I just pull it tight. And usually, even though that looks like heck, that's enough to keep it tied off to where it's not going to come unravel.
And that's crucial, and because you want that plug to stay on there tight and stay fishing.
Well, you want to fish these this weekend? I'll just throw them in the fridge right now for you. You ready to go? And that's the other thing. Pre-wrap, you can switch out. That's the other thing. Pre-wrap. Like, if you have a good set of working plugs, spend the time the night before pre-wrap it, because when you're sitting in the boat, it's really easy to just unclip, put the new one on, and fish fresh bait.
Yeah.
Fish fresh bait all the
time.
See,
but when I'm anchor fishing, I like to have something to do, so I don't like to pre-wrap.
No, you start with your wrap set in the morning.
Yeah,
you can
six,
cycle through them, but no, pre-wrap those boys. So when you get that plug in, you can unclip it, clip the next one out, tune it, go fishing.
Yep.
Oh, shut up!
All right, man. So we got 100.
That's like if you want to see me yell at somebody. If you want to see me yell at somebody, if you're a guide, especially, but do not tie to the damn dock and sit there and get your rods out all nonchalant and block the damn boat ramp for a lot of the other guys that are trying to.
Would you relax?
That's why I have a moored slip, so I can do that all.
God, it irritates
me. Quickly. We got a winner.
Who's winning?
Jody Widger.
Jody Widger.
You won
yourself.
yourself
Salt RX Gerber scissors, bud.
There you go. Jody Widger, send us an email to orders@addicted.fishing. Orders@addicted.fishing. We'll get these mailed out to you. Thank you so much to everyone that shared this and helps these things get out to the world, because you guys sharing it is what makes that happen.
Awesome. Scroll down there, Clint, for me. All right.
We're not done yet because we have to announce a couple Addicted Life winners.
Working on it.
Clint's grabbing the winners right now.
You want to go?
No, he's already got them. He just doesn't have them uploaded into the software because we have to do a screenshot.
Got it. Very cool. Well, we can talk about back trolling. So a lot of the guys too, they're going to ask like how you fish these, like what setup you do. If you're going to use a lead, I usually just a 2-foot dropper, 3.5, 4-foot leader. Just something to get that plug down working. You're going to get a little dive out of it. So if you use a dropper this tall, this guy's going to be diving. Hopefully banging the bottom every now and then, being real erratic. Or we can back troll. And like I said, this year hasn't really been much of a back troll year for me, because the times that I've been trying it definitely has been kind of like last resort. Like, okay, they're not biting. Nothing's going on. Let's just do something different than 80 other boats not catching fish.
Yeah.
Just try to do something different. But years past, it's worked real well. It might be this weekend. As you can see here, guys, what I've got here is just a jet diver on a 50-foot jet diver on about a 14-inch dropper. Got my bead chain swivel set up as normal. And then right here, I've got about 2.5 feet. And what I do is I actually tie bumpers for these. So when I'm out trolling, I can quickly just unclip them, clip these on, and take the flasher right off. It's just one clip. I can snap it. I've got about 2.5, 3 foot to a spinning glow body right here that I've cut off the wings. And what this does is as you're backing down the river, this just gives you just a little bit of an insurance policy just to keep your bait off the bottom and to make sure that it's kind of up and working. And if you look at this in the water, you might be getting a little bit of lift out of this, but it's not much. But when that bait's dropping down, it's right in their face. And you can fish this on anchor too. I actually really enjoy fishing the jet divers on anchor. And then I've got about the same distance as it is from my bead chain where my jet diver is tied off to the float. I've got about that same distance to my leader. And on that, you can run a prawn spinner, cut plug, whole body, or get rid of the whole thing, put a 5-foot leader on it total, and run Brad's killer fish.
Yep.
Easy. Easy money.
And if you remember where all those marks were on his screen, that's going to put
go ahead and you can try to fish all those spots because that's going to be nothing but...
No, I'm talking about the salmon marks. Like, they're all going to be in that one. You know, that's how I decipher a salmon mark from most other marks.
I actually really love...
To the bottom.
Ever since Cam showed me how to do that, I love fishing plugs with those jet divers because it just... You can spread your plugs out way nicer.
So people can kind of get an idea. There you go. You see the jet diver there, the float, and then in my right hand here I have my bait. Oh, I got it!
Back in the day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Grossest fishing in the world.
The grossest fishing in the world.
Back in October, you go get your limited sturgeon and then go out and back troll.
Oh, the old Tanner bubble.
Say it. Oh, yeah.
Tanner bubble, baby.
Okay, guys, as always,
Awesome.
we're picking our winners for the Addicted Lives here at the end of the show. So if you guys are not tuning into our Addicted Lives every single Sunday, you got to go tune into those damn things and share them out there. Check them out. It's Addicted Life every single Sunday at 6:30 usually. Sometimes I don't get it out.
They're kind of boring, though. They're not really worth watching.
Sometimes I don't get it out till like 7, 8, or even sometimes 9 because I just suck. But, yeah, this next one
after it.
What's the next one? No, the next one I don't think is up.
No, it's not
Oh,
you.
We've got an Addicted Life episode where Nick and I and Charles and Clint, we all four boats just thrash springers.
Yeah,
was
We got it
nuts.
all on pretty good.
Anyway, if you guys tune into those every single week, if you're a subscriber, you share them out there and you like them and comment, we give you an opportunity to win some prizes. So here's the first winner for Addicted Life number 34. What was 34, Clint?
34 would be the very last one, the
Steelhead.
broodstock.
Steelhead.
The Broodstock with Kevin Gray.
Late broodstock with Kevin Gray.
So the late Broodstock episode with Kevin Gray, Darren Drake, you won yourself a prize. We will make sure that we comment back to Clint. Make sure you get me a note so I know who that is so I can comment back to him.
Yeah, I will. And then 33's coming up, and that would have been Eric
Swanson, Springer.
Early Springer.
Cool. So you guys, if you're tuned in with us or you're just seeing this, make sure you shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing. Orders@addicted.fishing, and we will get your prize pack out there.
Not bad, yeah.
Sal, I haven't talked to these guys about that. I was actually, there was a little mini premiere that I did with Sean Keller's Addicted Alaska 2 thing, and a couple people suggested that we do that. It's actually a really good idea, like doing live feeds like after the...
Oh, just after simply one of us can do them?
Yeah, like any of us could do them and get in like talk techniques. Like say your Addicted Life goes live on Sunday, then immediately following you would go live like from your house and just talk about like what you did that day or whatever. You know, that's a cool concept.
That's kind of a cool concept, yeah.
So Sal, we will talk about that and maybe try to do some of those in the future.
Yeah.
33's up.
First of all, Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat, man.
Yeah,
you guys are always hooking us up with a super chat. If you guys don't know what super chat is, it's a little feature down at the bottom. You can see the little dollar symbol, and it just gives you an opportunity to contribute to the cause, help us create more content, help us do more badass stuff, because at the end of the day, it costs a ton of money to do all this stuff, and our awesome partners help us do that. But if you guys help as well, it helps us. So thank you so much, Brandon. We appreciate it. And the Addicted winner is JAKA. JAKA. I don't know if that's his. I'm assuming that's probably not his real name, but JAKA.
It might be.
No, it's not.
Don't be a jerk.
Well, it could be, I guess. JAKA. Send us an email, orders@addicted.fishing. Most of the time, it's not. People have YouTube channels.
It's a moniker, yeah.
Yeah. Send us an email, orders@addicted.fishing. Clint's got it up on the screen there, and we will get your prize out for you.
All right, I'd say wrap it up. It's almost 7. We're gonna go to Facebook.
Oh, Facebook Live real fast, guys. Thank you guys for
Thank
tuning
you
in.
so much.
Obviously, we're gonna go over to Facebook Live, talk some of the same stuff. Might be some different stuff for those of you guys that have not also gone and liked Hatchery Wild Coexist. You guys better go do that right now, or I'm gonna personally come after you. There you go. Hatchery Wild Coexist. Look on
Check it out.
Facebook or hatchery-wild-coexist.com.
Lucas, thanks so much, man. We appreciate it. And that's good to hear, dude, that Addicted Life's making you a better fisherman. At the end of the day, guys, that's why we are doing this on the daily, is because we want everyone to be out there having a good time catching fish, and that's what this is about. So hopefully you guys are learning a ton, and you're being entertained at the same time, because that's what we want to do. So
Right.
come over to Facebook and hang out, everyone.
Facebook Live, guys.
Addicted
We'll see you in a bit.
Fishing. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, I just got hit. I gotta get one. It's all nice outside. You just get slapped. That wasn't even close to the bottom. Got him. Fish on. I lost my bobber though. That's a steelhead. He's gotta be tired. He's not even really fighting anymore. Here we go. We're right here in the middle of March, and we've got beautiful steelhead still piling into the river right now.